Bạn hãy ấn đăng ký, ấn chuông và nhận clip hấp dẫn tiếp theo.
Xin chào các bạn. Thần thông gia trì pháp là bài công pháp thuộc dạng tu luyện tĩnh công, là công pháp đa hạng đồng tu dùng thủ ấn của Phật để chuyển pháp luân, gia trì thần thông, kể cả công năng và công lực. Thần thông gia trì pháp thuộc về công pháp trung thừa trở lên, nguyên thuộc về pháp mật luyện. Thần thông gia trì pháp yêu cầu ngồi luyện trong tư thế hai chân song bàn xếp bằng. Mới luyện không thể song bàn thì có thể dùng đơn bàn cũng được, nhưng cuối cùng vẫn phải song bàn. Khi luyện năng lượng lưu chuyển rất mạnh, trường năng lượng bên ngoài thân thể rất lớn. Thời gian xếp bằng yêu cầu càng lâu càng tốt, có thể tùy theo công mà định. Thời gian càng lâu, cường độ càng lớn, công suất gia càng nhanh. Khi luyện công không nghĩ gì hết, không có ý niệm nào cả. Nhờ tĩnh mà định, tuy nhiên chủ ý thức phải biết rằng bản thân mình đang luyện công. Khẩu quyết, hữu ý vô ý, ấn tùy cơ khởi, tự không phi không, động tĩnh như ý. Thế dự bị. Ngồi thế xếp bằng. Lưng ngay cổ thẳng, hàm dưới hơi thu, lưỡi đặt hàm trên, hàm răng hơi hở một chút, môi miệng ngậm lại. Toàn thân buông lỏng, lỏng nhưng không oải, hai mắt nhắm khẽ, tâm sinh từ bi, mang theo ý an hòa. Hai tay kết ấn xếp tại bụng dưới, dần dần nhập tĩnh. Đã thủ ấn, hai tay từ trạng thái kết ấn chậm chậm đưa lên, tới khi đến trước đầu, khai lỏng kết ấn, dần dần xoay bàn tay hướng lên trên. Khi hai bàn tay hướng lên trên, thì tay cũng đạt đến điểm cao nhất. Khi đã thủ ấn thì cẳng tay kéo theo bắp tay, cũng có một lực nhất định. Tiếp theo tách hai tay ra. Vừa xoay chuyển về phía sau và vạch một vòng cung trên đỉnh đầu, vừa đưa xuống, đưa một mạch cho đến chỗ trước đầu. Hai khuỷu tay gần nhau hết mức, lòng bàn tay hướng lên trên, ngón tay chỉ về phía trước. Sau đó hai cổ tay vừa duỗi thẳng ra, vừa chéo nhau trước ngực, nam tay trái ở ngoài, nữ tay phải ở ngoài. Khi hai tay chéo nhau xong rồi liền thành hình chữ nhất, tay ở ngoài. Cổ tay xoay chuyển hướng ra ngoài, xoay lòng bàn tay hướng lên trên, vẽ nên một nửa hình tròn lớn, trở thành lòng bàn tay hướng lên trên, ngón tay chỉ về phía sau, tay có một lực nhất định, còn tay ở trong sau khi chéo tay xong, lòng bàn tay dần dần chuyển hướng xuống dưới, duỗi thẳng hết ra, chuyển tiếp cho đến khi lòng bàn tay hướng ra ngoài, tay chết xuống dưới so với thân thể thành một góc 30 độ. Tiếp theo, tay trái, tay ở trên, hành động ở trong, tay phải vừa chuyển lòng bàn tay hướng vào trong vừa đưa lên trên. Động tác như đã trình bày ở trên nhưng giao hoán tay phải tay trái, vị trí các tay đảo lại. Tiếp theo, nam tay phải, nữ tay trái, cổ tay duỗi thẳng ra, lòng bàn tay hướng vào thân thể, sau khi bắt chéo trước ngực thì lòng bàn tay hướng xuống dưới, hạ thẳng chết xuống chỗ trước cẳng chân, tay cần để thẳng. Còn nam tay trái, nữ tay phải, xoay hướng lòng bàn tay vào trong, vừa đưa lên. Sau khi bắt chéo rồi thì xoay bàn tay, vừa chuyển về phía trước vai trái, nữ vai phải. Khi tay đến vị trí thì lòng bàn tay hướng lên trên, ngón tay chỉ về phía trước. Tiếp theo, cũng như động tác trên nhưng tư thế các tay hoán vị, tức là nam tay trái, nữ tay phải, hành động ở trong, nam tay phải, nữ tay trái, hành động ở ngoài, vị trí các tay đổi cho nhau. Các động tác đã thủ ấn là liên tục. Không có chỗ dừng nghỉ. Gia trì. Tiếp theo động tác thủ ấn thực hiện ở trên. Tay trên hành động bên trong, tay dưới hành động bên ngoài. Nam tay phải dần dần xoay bàn tay, lòng bàn tay hướng vào ngực hạ xuống. Nam tay trái, nữ tay phải, đưa lên trên, đến khi hai cẳng tay chuyển đến trước ngực thành hình chữ nhất, hai tay vừa kéo mở sang hai bên, vừa bắt đầu xoay bàn tay hướng xuống dưới. Khi hai tay đến bên trên chỗ đầu gối, thì tay cao bằng eo lưng, cẳng tay cao bằng lưng tay, hai tay buông lỏng. Động tác này đưa thần thông bên trong thân thể ra trên tay để ra trì. Khi ra trì, lòng bàn tay cảm giác như có nhiệt, nặng, điện tê, giống như có vật, tuy nhiên không được dùng ý truy cầu, cần tùy kỳ tự nhiên. Thời gian thực hiện động tác này càng lâu càng tốt. Nam tay phải, nữ tay trái, vừa cong cổ tay chuyển lòng bàn tay hướng vào trong, vừa chuyển động về chỗ bụng dưới. Tay vào vị trí rồi, thì lòng bàn tay hướng lên trên đặt ở chỗ bụng dưới, khi làm động tác ấy thì nam tay trái, nữ tay phải, vừa đưa lên xoay về phía trước, vừa chuyển động về chỗ dưới cằm, khi đưa lên đến chỗ cao bằng vai, thì lòng bàn tay hướng xuống dưới. Tay vào vị trí rồi, thì cẳng tay cao bằng bàn tay. Lúc ấy hai lòng bàn tay đối nhau, định lại tại tư thế đó. Động tác gia trì yêu cầu thực hiện thời gian rất lâu, tuy nhiên có thể làm được bao lâu thì hãy làm bấy nhiêu lâu. Sau đó tay ở trên vạch một nửa vòng tròn phía trước, hạ xuống chỗ bụng dưới, đồng thời tay dưới đưa lên, và xoay lòng bàn tay hướng xuống dưới, đưa lên đến chỗ dưới cằm. Tay đặt ngang vai, hai lòng bàn tay đối nhau, định lại ở tư thế đó. Yêu cầu thời gian thực hiện càng lâu càng tốt. Tĩnh công tu luyện. Thực hiện tiếp bên trên. Tay trên vạch một nửa hình tròn phía trước hạ xuống chỗ bụng dưới, hai tay tạo thành trạng thái kết ấn, tiến nhập vào tĩnh công tu luyện. Nhập định thâm sâu, tuy nhiên chủ ý thức cần phải biết rằng mình đang luyện công. Yêu cầu thời gian càng lâu càng tốt, tuy nhiên có thể làm được bao lâu thì làm bấy nhiêu lâu. Thu thế. Hai tay hợp thập xuất định, ra khỏi trạng thái ngồi xếp bằng.
Truly taking you to greater spiritual heights. From the start, I have been teaching in a way that's responsible both to those who want to learn our practice and society. It has gone quite well, and the practice has had a widely positive impact. In recent years there have been many figures teaching energy practices, but their instruction has always been geared toward health and wellness. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. My point is that they haven't taught anything of a more advanced sort. I have a good sense for the state of energy practices in China today, and can say that no one here or abroad is offering a practice like this, which really takes you to greater spiritual heights. As for why that is, there are bigger, and broader, reasons at work, some of which stretch far back into the past and can be controversial. Not just anyone can teach something like this, as it entails dealing with factors from a host of other practices. The problem is especially acute these days, when many people jump from one practice to the next and make a mess of their bodies, ruining any spiritual aspirations they may have had. They go in for all sorts of things, rather than committing to just one solid approach that could take them somewhere, and each new one that they dabble in only conflicts with the last. All of which only dashes their spiritual prospects. We have to straighten out all of those things for you. What's good will be kept and what's bad disposed of, and this will make spiritual progress possible for you. But there's a stipulation, which is that you have to be serious about this practice. It doesn't work if you are motivated by the wrong things, like attachments, or wanting psychic powers, or healing, or are here out of intellectual curiosity. Remember that what I am doing is unique. Something like this is hard to come by, and I won't be offering instruction forever. So I think that by being able to sit here and hear my teaching in person, you will grasp the significance of it later on, and realize how fortunate you were. We subscribe to the idea of destiny, and I would say it is your destiny to be here. It's worth pausing to consider what it means to be learning a practice that truly takes you to greater spiritual heights. It means deliverance from this world. So you will need to be doing genuine spiritual practice, and not just involved for health or wellness. It follows, then, that there are high expectations for your personal character. You are here because you want to learn Falun Dafa, so as you sit here, you have to really listen with sincere spiritual intent, and let go of whatever things might have initially motivated you. You will get very little out of the practice if there are impure motives still with you as you try to learn it. In truth, the spiritual journey is none other than an ongoing process of learning to let go of the things of this world that we may be attached to. If you are someone who competes fiercely with others, who tries to cheat and outwit people, or who even tramples on others to come out on top, then you really have to change your ways. It's especially imperative for you as someone who is here to learn the practice today. I won't be teaching you how to heal, as that's not part of our practice. But an ailing body is a real impediment to anyone serious about spiritual practice. And so I will purify your body for you. But I can only do this for whoever is sincere about the practice and the teachings. And so I have to stress that we will be powerless to help you if you are set on getting healed and can't get past that idea. Why, you might ask? It's because the way things work in the universe, according to Buddhist thought, is that everything in a person's life has causal reasons behind it, and the ordeals of existence, such as coming into the world, aging, getting ill, and dying, are as they should be. The ailments and miseries that people experience result from their karma, and karma is the product of past wrongdoings. So the ordeals that people face are how they pay for their karma. This means that nobody may change them. Changing them would be like letting people build up debt and never having to pay. So people's lives can't be freely changed, and it would be wrong to do so. Some people are under the mistaken impression that they are being helpful when healing people. But as I see it, in no case is the person actually getting healed. His ailments are just being postponed or turned into something else, and aren't really removed. To end the person's physical ordeals, you have to eliminate the karma involved. And to really, thoroughly do that and heal the person, you have to be someone quite spiritually advanced. And anyone like that will be aware that the workings of this human world can't rashly be tinkered with. That said, it is allowed for those who are in the process of spiritual development to do a few acts of charity, such as healing someone or helping a person regain his health, if they are moved to do so by compassion. But any healing done wouldn't be thorough. That's because it would not be right to remove the person's ailment at the source, by dissolving his karma, and completely free him of it, since he would still be his same old, worldly, self afterwards and go back to his competitive and self-interested life. So truly healing someone like that is out of the question. But purification can be done for those who engage in sincere spiritual practice. It is because they are valued above all others. The desire to work on yourself and become a better, or more spiritual, person is the greatest aspiration there is. It has long been believed that everyone has divinity within them, and this would be a reflection of it, so higher beings will help you. This takes a little explaining. The practice that I'm teaching is quite advanced, I would say, and so higher matters and bigger things are involved. From a higher vantage point in the universe, it can be seen that the lives of those on this earth didn't come into being here. Their souls were born in the higher realms of the universe. There are many, many things in the universe that can, when working in conjunction, generate life, and so it was in the greater universe that each person's soul first came into existence. The universe is by nature good and kind, and so when a person is first born he shares in its defining qualities, Zen, Shan, Ren. As more lives come about, however, people enter into community with one another, and some grow selfish and no longer worthy of the realms they are in. And so they must fall to a lower plane, since they are not allowed to remain where they are. But then, in that new realm, they may again change for the worse and not be allowed to remain, whereupon they drop again. And the cycle could keep repeating itself until, in the end, they fall to the human plane. All of humanity is on this one plane. Upon arriving at this level, lives were meant to be, if viewed with higher powers, or as divine beings see it, destroyed. But divine beings, acting out of compassion, decided to give these lives another chance, and created this unique setting, or realm, much as we know it. The lives in this realm are different from those in all other realms of the universe. From here, the lives of other realms cannot be seen, nor can the universe be seen as it really is, and so the lives here are as if under a spell of ignorance. So the only way for someone to be healed, to be free of adversity, and to be unburdened of karma, is to engage in spiritual practice and return, pure as he once was, to his true home. This is a belief common to a range of spiritual traditions. And this is in fact the meaning of life. And it explains why the wish to become a better, or more spiritual, person is considered divine and is prized. It means that the person wants to become pure again and return to his true, heavenly abode, and be freed of this world. In Buddhism there has long been a belief that when one's divinity shines through, it is moving to higher beings throughout the many planes of the universe. All who behold it will wish to provide help, and will do so unconditionally. Buddhists believe that higher beings expect nothing in return when they save someone from this world. They don't affix any price, and their help is always unconditional. And it is on these grounds that we can do much for anyone who takes up our practice. By contrast, little can be done for the average person, who just wishes to keep going through life as he has and perhaps be healed. Some only want to do this practice if it will heal them. But your interest shouldn't be conditional. Just start practicing if you are inclined to. Naturally, there will be some who come to the practice with ailing bodies, with bodily energies all out of sorts, or with no prior experience with energy practices, and even those who have done them, and even for decades, usually haven't moved past the most basic stages of energy practice to actual spiritual progress. So what do? We cleanse their bodies for them so that progress in our practice will be possible. The first, most basic stage of the spiritual journey involves thoroughly and completely cleansing your body, as well as clearing out all of the bad things in your head, the cloud of karma engulfing your body, and the factors compromising your health. Without this cleansing it would be hard for you to make spiritual progress, plagued as it were by a body dark and foul, and a mind that unclean. Our practice doesn't work on the basic kind of energy known as chi. You needn't work on such basic things with our practice. We boost you past that stage, so that you begin with the body free of ailment. But at the same time, we still provide you with everything that one would normally develop as a foundation at the basic stage of practice, ready-made. This means you start right off at an advanced stage. In Asian spiritual practice there are said to be 3 stages of practice, if the beginning one, which involves chi energy, is included. But true practice only begins after chi, so there are just 2 main phases, that of the human realm, and that of beyond the human realm. These shouldn't be confused with the religious concepts of renouncing the world or returning to secular life, which might sound similar. The two terms we are using refer to the two main stages of bodily change that occur in true spiritual practices with a physical component. In the first stage, of practicing within the human realm, the body is being purified constantly, again and again, until ultimately the body has been fully remade with high energy matter. The second stage, of practicing beyond the human realm, is essentially practice that's done with a divine body. It is a body made of high energy matter, and it will now be developing all powers anew. These are the two stages of practice that we will be referring to. We believe in destiny. So by virtue of your coming to this class, I can do what I've described for you. And I could still do what I said even if we had not just 2,000 people, like we have in attendance today, but even several thousand, or over 10,000. So none of you need to worry about practicing for the basics. As I said, I will purify your body and advance you past the basic stage, and provide everything you need to make spiritual progress. So you are starting right off at an advanced stage of practice. But this is only true for those of you who are sincere about the practice and about making spiritual progress. It's not enough just to be here, enrolled in the class. That doesn't make you a practitioner. There may have to be a deep and dramatic change in your way of thinking before you get the benefits I've described. And there are more in store. In fact, as you will find out later on, while we don't do healing here, what we will do, to use our term for it, is bring your entire body into balance. Doing this will make it possible for you to do our practice. If you were trying to do the practice with a disease-ridden body, you really wouldn't be able to develop higher energy, or gong, as it's called. So don't ask me to heal you, I don't do that. I made this practice public because I want to really, truly bring you to greater spiritual heights.
Cảm ơn các bạn để tâm theo dõi, chúc các bạn có một cuộc sống vui, khỏe, hạnh phúc. Hãy like, share và comment phía dưới video này để nhận được những thông tin mới cập nhật.